Welcome to In Between.
This is going great.
This is going good. This is good.
It's great. It's great.
Do you know I used to be camera shy?
You're not now?
I know. It's great. Welcome to In Between the Scenes. That is terrible. I hate that. It feels like a
start
movie
from the
stereotype
beginning.
thing. It's like
Wait.
it's actually that. They're gonna think I'm gay. Great intro.
Hi, welcome to In Between
Welcome
the
to
Scenes.
In Between the Scenes.
I'm Charlie.
I'm Drew.
Yeah.
I just did like 3 spin moves and you give it Okay, I see how it is. Okay, today we're talking about how movies have changed our like perception of love, which is kind of a deep thing for first episode, but you know, we find it important to talk about what is so funny.
Yeah, what's up?
Side character Moira over here.
Yeah.
What is so funny? Nothing's so funny? Okay, so we're not funny at all then. Today we're talking about how movies, I feel like I already said that, but it's whatever. How movies kind of affect our perception of love and how it's kind of like tough because you want all these like romanticized versions of everything. Especially when you're big movie fans, which both me and Charlie are. She's a film major. I don't know what I want to do with my life, so we're both
You'll figure it out.
pretty similar. Yeah, but we love movies and sometimes they kind of, you know, affect how we view love, which is very important. And we romanticize things all the time.
Yeah.
Just for some extra background, me and Charlie are both Christian.
Mm-hmm.
So our views align with the Bible and everything. And the Bible has a lot different views on love than movies do, but we still let them heavily change how we think about love.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cut. Okay, well, I'm not going to read the AI overview of the Bible type of loves,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to talk about agape.
Should we talk about our current situations?
Oh, yeah, I guess, if you want.
Okay, to give some background on like where we're at, relationship-wise, love-wise, just to give some, you know, background to our different perspectives. I'm lonely.
That's definitely a way to put that.
Yeah, no, I'm not lonely because I have our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But as far as like the relationship side stuff goes, over. We're rough. Tough streak. I try, I really do.
I just feel like saying you're lonely
Okay.
can apply to like so many different situations. Like people that are married can also feel lonely.
That's so deep, but it's true.
Sorry, but it's true.
I agree. But this is just my perspective. I didn't know we were interrupting each other's perspectives.
My bad.
But no, yeah, I'm on a cold streak of about 19 years, which is how old I am, by the way. So, you know, we're working on it.
Yeah.
Try to have the best intentions possible, but, you know. How about you, Charlie?
I am currently dating my high school sweetheart. I guess it would be high school sweetheart.
Ah, boo. I'm scared.
We go to 2 different colleges, so we're doing long distance, so that's a lot of fun. I love that so much.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never.
Seems sarcastic.
What? That's crazy. No, we're working through it. It's not awful. It's not the best, but it could be worse.
And more importantly, her boyfriend does magic.
My boyfriend does do magic,
He
so
carries around a deck of cards with him all the time. It's so good. I love. He's a friend of mine as well, and he's
yes.
very wise guy. But most importantly, he does magic tricks, and I think that's so cool. He went to magic school. It was a whole thing. He performed at our middle school. Shocking stuff. It was really good.
Oh, he's gonna love hearing us talk about him being a magician in our podcast.
Well, he is a magician. He's not ashamed. That's the word I was looking for. Ashamed
no,
of it.
he's not ashamed. It's funny.
It is funny.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, anyway.
Okay, so when you started dating Hunter, right?
Yep.
How did how was that like with like all your prior knowledge of love and everything, and where were you at in your faith, and how did that kind of affect how you went about that?
So, funny enough, we both didn't believe in dating in high school, which is really funny to me now because we.
You don't believe in it? People date in high school. You have to believe. It's a thing.
We didn't believe that it was like a thing people should do because statistically speaking, like high school relationships don't make it past high school. So what's the point? Like,
Which is kind of the opposite of like a movie trip.
Yeah.
Movie trip is like high school sweethearts, and
Mm-hmm.
like no matter what, it can last for all these reasons. But
Well,
then,
Sorry, I keep interrupting.
No, you good. That's just my time to speak this. Okay.
My bad. But whenever we didn't start dating as soon as like we thought, like I don't know how to describe it. We talked for a really long time because we didn't want to ruin our friendship, one, and two, we didn't want to waste each other's times by dating in high school because, like I said, statistically speaking, like
Wasn't gonna work
work
Because of
out,
that.
and there's no point in practicing with somebody because you should be pursuing
Yeah.
marriage.
I
You know?
agree with that. Yeah.
So we both kind of viewed high school dating as people using it as a practice round, and we didn't believe in that. Obviously,
But then something must have changed.
something changed, and we're still together. So
So yeah, I think that shows that like, while a lot of people, I don't know, every situation is different, which is why it's so tough.
yeah,
Because you also want to get advice from other people. I love to get advice and talk to other people, but they have such different situations.
and there's a lot of times too. Like me and Hunter are each other's first boyfriend and girlfriend, so that's cool for us. But there's a lot of situations where people are like, "Oh, I really want to be with this person," and it's just like, that's probably not the best choice.
Yeah,
Based on their values and stuff, but they've been together since high school and they don't want to break it off.
yeah. So
So,
it's tough.
yeah, it's pretty,
It's one of those things where you kind of just have to work it out
yeah.
sometimes. But I don't know, it's hard to work that stuff out if you're not on the same page on everything. And that's why I think values and beliefs are so important. I don't think necessarily like down to a T. You need to believe all the same things, think all the same exact things. Like you can have differences, but on like the big stuff, I think is very important for like
Yeah.
a loving relationship.
Me and Moira have been listening to the same podcast, The Porch. And
You've been cheating on our podcast.
this is a church service on Tuesdays, right? Yeah. And they have...
Fact checker Moira.
Yeah, she introduced me to it, so I got a fact check with her. But they do services, I think, every Tuesday and do different like blockings of lessons. And I've listened to a few of them, and they've been judging on characteristics instead of looks. Like the person you're dating doesn't need to be the hottest person in the room. They need to be the person that you can get along with. Looks will go away, but you will always have someone who's a fellow Christ follower and someone that's gonna keep pursuing God and not just do it to get your attention. And that's something really big in those podcasts that I find really interesting and also really true. But
I agree with that for the most part, but do you think that I feel like there's some matter to it? You know, like
it's not.
it's not the main thing.
He used it as he used a hand to describe it. So
Yeah.
like without your thumb, you wouldn't be able to do like anything, right? There's big five.
Yeah.
But characteristic. Do you remember the order?
Fact checker.
I don't know.
I know
Keep
looks
talking.
is your pinky because you can live your life without your pinky.
I kind of like my pinky though.
You like your pinky, it's good for aesthetic, but
What if you're British like Moira, because they do the whole like tea thing?
well,
That
like
matters,
I said,
right?
like
So
I-
then it will be like another finger for you then.
But you don't need the pink.
But you
need
don't
to drink
need
the
it.
tea, doofus.
But it. Okay, sorry.
But it's nice to have. 'cause
I was
it
trying to
looks, it looks good, but it's not essential.
yeah.
I was trying to respect your culture. Okay? But no, be like that. Call me a doofus. I think it's kind of a primary part of being British.
Okay,
All right?
calm down. Calm down.
Yeah.
Calm
No.
Look at such.
Anyway, so they're discussing it as a hand. Luke's is the pinky. It's not the most important thing. Yes, it's nice to have sometimes, but it's not the most important thing.
It's way more important, yeah.
Yeah. it's important to
I can
have.
still throw a nasty curveball with these 4 films.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't need looks. Yes, it's a part of it, but it's not the
It's
number
helpful,
one
yeah.
thing.
All right, yeah.
The number one thing is faith, right?
Yeah, it's
So,
trust in God.
trust in God is the thumb. The pointer finger
Self-control.
is self-control.
Initiative.
Initiative,
Humility.
humility,
And commitments.
and commitment.
Wait,
that
that's
was
6. What? No. Are we doing what? 2 hands?
Wait, is it in?
Oh.
Well,
So-
you know what?
so they just
Six-fingered
kinda
Christians.
say-
Yeah,
are the best.
six-fingered Christians. Anyway, moral of the story, pinky is not the most important. So yes, while looks are part of it, it is not the number one thing, is what we're trying to say. And if you want to listen to it, it's The Porch. What's up, Pookie? That's what I call my roommate, sorry.
That's my thing. I call people Pookie.
I call her Pookie Bear.
That's different, okay?
Okay, anyway.
It's not my thing. That's whoever created it.
So what, do you remember what episode that was? So I'm not like
I do
dumb.
not. No, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, well,
There's a really good one that's the 6 character.
One of the movies that has like really shaped how I like romanticize things is 10 Things I Hate About You. Dude, that movie is
Dude,
so good.
I was obsessed with Heath Ledger. I
like
wanted
every
to date
girl,
a
man.
bad boy so bad because of Heath Ledger. We'll get to that later.
Then you ended up with Hunter. Hunter is not the bad boy type. He's got some nice curls though, but nice jawline too. It's not weird to say. Okay, it's true. But
boy.
yeah, the thing about 10 Things I Hate About You is I love it so much, but it's kind of put a bad thought in my brain of like, you know, that you can just kind of make it work out. If you love someone enough, if you care about them enough, if you want them enough, and you do all the right things, that it can just work out. And I feel like that's just not based on other experiences in my life. We got a hand raise off screen. What the heck, Moira?
Your Pookie J Pitty just texted and said he's bored and wants to be a disruption.
Does he want to
He
join
wants
the
to listen.
podcast? Okay.
Just to listen.
Is he allowed?
I mean, he can if he can
He
interject.
texted me,
He
"Where are
said-
you at, kid?"
he said-
He's a year older. He's less than a year
He
older.
said
than me.
intrigued by the podcast.
Okay, well, he can join if he wants. I
Where
guess.
you at, kid, is so unbelievably disrespectful. I don't know. Me personally, I tend to over romanticize things a lot because of just loving movies so much and then kind of letting that build my ideology maybe too much. Obviously, as a Christian, you know, I try to help that shape what love would actually look like in a relationship. But as someone who's never been in a relationship really, I always try to over romanticize the beginning part of it and like the ability to start something with someone and that like just no matter like if I feel enough of the right positive things, then that's enough for it to work. When in reality, that's just not true. Because there's just, you know, you can't really make someone love you, which is tough. Because you can be a good person. Like it doesn't mean, you know, even if it feels like it's kind of your fault and that you're like the problem, you can be a good person still, and they can be a good person as well. And it just doesn't mean it's meant to work out. And I totally get why, like, you know, they don't have feelings back for you, right? It doesn't mean that you would have treated them badly or anything like that, but it also doesn't mean that you can make them feel something for you at the same time, which is tough.
Yeah.
You gotta get it.
No, I'm not gonna find it. But if you are looking for a podcast to listen to, if you're a young adult Christian, The Porch is really good. I don't know if you've heard about them.
I have none. Okay. Hi,
Hi, welcome to the podcast.
Hi.
They
Am I
can't
being
see you.
recorded right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta. No, you're not in
You're-
frame, bud. You're just.
you're
it's
just,
a podcast.
Oh,
Sure.
there's a video element as well.
Down, down, and Moira's in frame as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of tough to sit like this. My legs are really sore. I
You
lifted
didn't-
yesterday.
There's literally a chair right
just
there.
like the viewing-
There's still a chair right
We
there.
get to do the canned laughter.
I forgot what we were even talking
Clearly
about.
Not like a one take.
Over romanticizing.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if it was or not. I was curious.
You seem like that didn't really affect your relationship with Hunter to start with. Like you guys went about it in a very
I was
like
the rudest person I knew.
non-romantic way.
Excuse me, guys. We're
Hey,
trying
so-
to have a podcast
Me and
here.
Jackson are trying to have a podcast.
Quit talking. Relationship with Hunter, right? When it started, I feel like you guys were very smart and methodical and mature about it, especially in high school or for high schoolers, and you didn't really over romanticize it when you could have. Do you agree with that or no?
No.
Maybe in your own head you did?
I did.
Your actions were not.
I did, but Hunter kept me pretty level because he was much more thoughtful about the situation than I was, which I really appreciate now because I was not at all.
So what was your thought process going through, and how does his like level?
Why won't he ask me out already? That was my thought process.
I remember talking to Hunter like during this time as well. It's hilarious, and like it was kind of obvious you wanted him.
There's still hope.
Thank you, Moira.
Jackson doesn't believe this apparently because
No.
he's giggling
He just
in the
knows.
corner.
No, I never said that.
Once I hit 20 though,
No.
Drew.
basically I was gonna say that we have no one really special in our lives. Obviously, that goes for you,
You
too,
have
bud.
Jesus.
You didn't let me finish, but whatever.
Guys,
yes.
we need to move on.
Favorite romantic movie?
Romantic movie.
Yeah, well that's what we're talking about.
That's a good question.
It's a really good question.
I should have thought about that earlier today.
Okay.
You go first, and I'll keep thinking.
I mean, we know what it is.
Oh yeah,
We
10
know.
things I hate about you. Oh wait, no, I'm dumb.
So it's part of like my personality.
It is part of his personality. It's pretty.
You know, one of the greatest movies of all time,
Yeah.
La La Land. Some people call it a horror movie because it's just like, what?
I'm not judging. I
You
was
gave
just.
a very judgy look.
Yeah.
I'm not judging. I just gave a very judgy look. But no, people don't like the ending, and I think it's perfect and beautiful in its own way. But it also kind of reinforces the idea. It's just so we can maybe play 3 seconds of it. Great song though. I mean, really great. I do love that song. But it kind of reinforces the idea of like right person, wrong time. And I don't know if I agree with it, but I think it's really like impactful all the same. I got audience like.
We've
not-
had conversations about this, Drew and I have, because I have had a personal experience where a significant other, well, not yet significant other, but there is a person who said that right person, wrong time is not a thing because if it's the wrong time, it's not the right person.
Which is very deep,
That's
and
actually low-key so true.
I
though.
kind of agree with it. And then
No,
this.
I agree.
Oh, I should not
don't-
throw shade right now. I was so about to throw shade.
Do not throw shade.
Oh.
Don't name drop. This is not a name drop.
I wasn't gonna
podcast.
name drop, but I was gonna throw shade.
Okay, well, we're Christians. We're not supposed to do that.
I'll
Yeah.
eat that up.
Oh my gosh, I
Yes,
really
that
love
could be
West Side
you.
Story.
West Side Story. That's so unbelievable. Which version? Are you like a Spielberg remake kind of person or the
No,
original?
no, the OG.
You don't like the remake?
The remake's good, but the OG's just the
That's a good story.
OG.
So what about that? Like hits you on like a thematic level?
First of all, the colors. The colors are fantastic. The actors fantastic.
Film major, by the way.
Cinematography fantastic.
Fantastico.
And the dancing. Holy cow, those men could dance.
What the
And the
women?
women could too, but there were not that many women in.
Yeah.
Like looking back, that's one of the like really heavily male dominated casts.
Which is why I, as a feminist, do not list it on my top romantic movies.
Well, you already said 10 things I hate about you, and I really like that one too.
You can say it too.
Well, I really like 10 things I hate about you. There's another one too I can't think of right now, but it's really good. Moira, however.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?
Oh, no.
Well,
is it?
Just taking a guess. It's a really bad guess.
I'm just gonna look up romantic movies and see if it pops up.
romantic movies. Let's see if it-
movies.
I feel like you'd remember like when hearing about Sally.
I've
or
never
You've Got
watched that
Mail,
actually.
Or I've not either. I'm not gonna act like I have. I could have totally just acted like that.
I don't think it's a
so.
good one to watch.
Really?
When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah.
Why?
It's
Why is
another
that?
Not good representation of love.
Wait, can I say Twilight?
You can say it. It doesn't make it right by
I
any
didn't
means.
say it made it right. I'm just saying. I was obsessed with it for a while, and I'm currently rereading the books. Sorry.
You just looked at The Notebook or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which I have not seen, but I really want to see. I love The Truman Show, so serious.
The Truman Show is really good.
It is.
So,
These are not helping me at all.
what?
Actually,
Set It Up?
no.
It's a good movie. Glenn Powell. Good looking guy, by the way. Past Lives is so. Oh my gosh. Another like right person, wrong time film, which I don't necessarily agree with that logic per se.
Dude, Me Before You. It's not one of my favorites, but I literally just watched
Oh
it.
yeah, with Amelia Clark, right?
Yes, and
Mhm.
it's so good, but so sad. You know what's good? 5 Feet Apart. Again, really sad. I like sad romantic movies.
Which Sprouse bro was that?
Cole, I think.
Have you seen Hitman? Glenn Powell, Ardia,
No,
or
no.
Montreal? Hold on.
Really?
Crazy Stupid Love.
Crazy Stupid Love is so good for
It's
no
so
reason.
unbelievably. Oh my
It's
gosh.
because of Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone.
It's called
And
Radar
Steve
City.
Carell.
Well, yeah, but it's mostly on the back. So
Yeah.
Emma Stone. and
Yeah, Ryan
Gosling.
Gosling's
Is
pretty.
it good?
But I don't know. That one also,
It's
the like
good.
perspective of love. I think it's interesting how he kind of like
But, like,
flips a
there's a bunch
switch, or like it's a very like lustful view of love for him to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like you find the right one,
Mhm.
and it just it clicks and it works and it just happens.
My mom wanted to
And
know, look,
I don't know. I struggle with that because it makes me very. Okay, so sorry, a lot of yapping off screen, just unnecessary. Given the
Wait,
context.
let me just finish this conversation really quick. Just kidding, it's fine. Keep going, sorry.
No, we can wait. Yeah, no, it's just
You're
more.
like the teacher, you're
Sorry.
like, I'll wait.
Oh wait.
I'm sorry.
We've only been recording for 43 minutes.
I'm sorry.
You've been recording for 43 minutes.
Yeah.
We've been maybe talking
And
for
we
like
haven't
20 minutes.
talked-
I was gonna say,
About
like, how many minutes of
anything.
like actual podcast? time
Oh,
do you-
like 10.
Oh.
10?
We've been distracted. We keep getting
We have 10
distracted.
minutes out of this.
Got it right, but her radar didn't, and so she was like, I didn't know what radar.
Well, actually,
Okay. Mamma Mia.
That's why you were waiting so long to.
No. I just watched it and I'm trying to change the subject because they keep talking.
They really do. Keep talking.
But one thing I wanted to bring up about Mamma Mia, it's supposed to be lighthearted and fun.
Yeah.
It's 3 guys she slept with within a span of a month. And she still has no idea who the dad is.
That is. That is like sad. Like real life, that is sad.
That it's sad, but in the movie they play it off as her just having fun, which I mean,
another
outside
thing
of
I
the
like.
Christian context, yeah, I
To an
guess.
extent, but that's just been proven like unhealthy.
Well,
You know, like
biologically speaking, sex changes your body, and
Yeah.
you emotionally adapt to the person you're having sex with.
I feel like a lot of Christians even agree, or at least like scientists, non-Christians, have agreed that like the Christian view of like sex life and like love life is the most healthy way to go about it. But I don't know. All your wants like are different than that, so it's like tough to like when you have, especially when you have somebody, which I don't know what that's like obviously, but when you have somebody and you know
Oh boy.
you want all these things because of that. This is just gonna be like a therapy session for me.
Welcome to therapy with Charlie and Drill.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. And then in the second movie, they're just reliving all those moments. Which, don't get me wrong, love Mamma Mia, great movie. Music, fantastic, love ABBA, but I just don't know if that's the message. Because it's, Moira, would you say it's usually, like, promoted to go towards, like, young teenagers, early
Yeah.
adulthood?
It's like the first hot girl summer.
Yeah, first hot girl summer. So I don't know if it's like the best for that age group to watch,
Because it doesn't
or
show
like
any of
compare
the
their lives
like
to.
the consequences of sleeping with 3 different men.
Yeah,
She's like,
sleeping
I'm
with 3
beautiful."
different men within like a month.
Yeah, and then she's like, I'm beautiful, hot, and I have a hotel. It's fine.
Yeah, like there's no consequences at all. Which I mean, in an ideal Hollywood world, that's fine.
But in reality,
But
it's
in
gonna
reality, what's it
mess with
gonna?
a lot.
Yeah.
like the long-term effects of that, especially when you find someone you want to spend the rest of your life with, but you already have this connection to other people,
Yeah.
and then it could be a problem with them as well.
I also find like Disney movies and the way they promote love low-key crazy.
You mean like Prince Charming type
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. Like you fall in love the instant you see them. Which,
But you hear that in real life, so then it makes you want like. My friend's dad, I remember because we talk about all this stuff too. And she's like, she always talked about how her dad on the first date with her mom was like, just knew it was like, oh, that's the one, right? That's the one. And then you hear that and you just want that so bad.
Yeah.
And then you like let it get your perception of love change because it's like if you don't feel that immediately on the first date or this or that, then you're just like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I think that's something too that's really framed the way, like, growing up I've thought about it. Especially, like, growing up with Cinderella, Jasmine, and all those people, like, I feel like they just settled with the first man they ever saw.
But then these men get portrayed so, like, as the hero.
As a hero. These women are always damsels in distress. They need a man.
But it didn't take much for them to get, like, they didn't see everything we saw either.
Yeah.
And they still were just like, oh, fall in love with this person.
I wish they would go back and, like, not redo the movies, but come back with sequels. But the sequels are, like, actually realistic. Like, 20 years in the future, are they still married, or are they, like, I
Divorced
hate
and-
you?
What I think they did a really good job, like, okay, a lot of people hate on the live action Disney movies. And a lot of them are worse. But I thought it was, one that was surprisingly not terrible was the Little Mermaid remake.
Yeah.
Everyone hated on it. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it
thought it was
expanded.
good.
And Eric is like an actual character.
Yes.
He's not just like,
He actually has development throughout the story.
yeah, he's a person. It's like, he's not just like the love interest with no anything going on. Like he's got a pretty good song in that movie too.
Yeah.
So I think they expand on that, but everyone hates on that movie. I'm like, I don't really get it. Halle Bailey's really good in that.
She is. Her little skirt on the rock, though, did not love that. I did not.
No,
I
but-
did not mess with that. But all the rest. was
But her voice just fit it for me. I don't know. Which I think the voice is most important because then you lose the voice. And then she had the facial expressions to make up for it.
I low-key like the fact that they brought her hair color more to natural ginger.
Going from the ginger.
Going from, like, neon red to, like, actual ginger. was
No one
kind of
has that
refreshing.
red hair unless it's dyed.
Going back to La La Land.
Love that movie so much.
Yeah, that's why I'm going back to it.
Oh my gosh.
There's so many different elements to take away from that.
Yeah. Just like, oh, the flashback scene kind of brings everything into like such a.
I love it and hate it all the same.
I have become just full love of it, like of everything movie wise, story wise. I just love everything about that ending because at the beginning of the film, what they were, their goal, because normally you have a goal at the beginning of the film, and at the end of the film you meet it, like a normal whatever. And technically La La Land does the same thing. The goal at the beginning of the film for Seb was to like use his music talents to open up his own jazz bar. Pursue his passion. It's about your dreams. It's about your life goals. And hers was to become this big movie star. And love was not like the thing that they were like focused on. But then it takes them falling in love and their relationship to push them to achieve their original goals. But then during the entire movie, the audience starts to like want the goal to be you guys end up together forever.
Yeah.
But that's not what the goal was at the beginning of the movie for each of the characters. That's not what their arc was at all. But they needed those people in their lives to show them the importance of like their passion, and to show like for Mia, like Seb needed to be there to like show her that like she can do this and like that there's someone who really believes in her. Because no one seemed to believe in her because Hollywood is a mess and very difficult to get into as an actress. So, but like Seb believing her and driving her to those things and doing all those things for her led to her achieving her goal of that. But they still don't end up together. It doesn't mean that he's not important to her or a good person. They don't end up together, but they help each other so much. Like they're such important people in their lives. But even with all of that, like they're not meant to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's really interesting.
I think that's something important to remember in like real life too. People are putting your life to like
Different reasons.
for different reasons, and I've met a lot of people that have progressed my faith, but I don't talk to them now.
Yeah.
But without them, I wouldn't be where I am today in my faith.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with like keeping like people being around your life forever. That's amazing. Some people are meant for that, but some people, whether it's in a relationship or not, are meant for like stages of your life to help you grow, to help you learn things.
As sad as it is to say, there are temporary friends.
Yeah, which I struggle with a lot. Cause I'm like, I try so hard to keep in touch with like everybody, which kind of burns me out sometimes. But then it's like, I don't know. You care about people so much, so that it's worth it.
Yeah.
And you know, you can't be friends with everyone. You can't be everyone to everyone, or everything to everyone.
Yeah.
But that's tough to like when you care about someone. It's really tough to just like put them on the side, put them on the back burner. prioritizing different people is really tough. But there are, you have your priorities in your life. Like it's God, and then whatever for next, I guess. What is your like besides God? Like how would you break that down? You think? 'Cause God's number one. That's
Yeah.
just tough.
Well, that's something that when I first started dating Hunter, he was like, I'm always gonna look for somebody that loves God more than they love me. And that like shook me. I was like, that's crazy. I've never heard anybody say that. And I
Yeah.
kind of like hurt at first because I was like, oh, well, I guess he will never love me.
Then you realize it's the best version of love.
Yeah.
Because real love only comes from God. So then he needs to love God to truly love you.
And he needs to love God more than me
More than
to
you,
truly love me.
you.
Yeah. Which is something I had to learn, and it took a while. And sometimes I still struggle with it, but it's so true.
It's what's going to be best for your relationship in the long run.
If the person you're with isn't trying to pursue God more than they are trying to pursue you, it may be time to reevaluate that relationship.
It doesn't mean like immediately break it
No,
off, but like
no.
have a conversation. I think that's important because our friend Ashlyn, I actually talked to her about this today. She was like, we were
Just
talking
name
about
dropped.
our friend who will not be named, house director.
House
Call her
director.
house director. We were talking about this today, and she said like, I truly believe in a relationship if you're both pursuing Christ first and foremost, that you can work through any problem. I was like, yeah, I think I do
Period.
agree with that.
I think it's also important.
Got a period off screen from Moira.
I think it's also important that you guys are both going at the same speed. I wouldn't say
Equally yoked.
equally yoked. Because if you guys are running and one of you is way faster than the other and one of you is way behind
Yeah.
and you're not trying to catch up with the other person, you won't.
Yeah, but it's also tough because it's like,
But if you
People
are that
do
far
change.
apart, well, that's what I'm
So it's
saying.
tough.
It's if you're not willing to run
To
and-
catch up.
to catch up, or they're not willing to meet you in the middle,
yeah.
which they shouldn't.
They
be
shouldn't have
going
to come back,
They
but-
shouldn't have to come back. But I'm saying, you should be willing to come closer.
Yeah,
And if you're not
Yeah.
willing to make that move toward the middle,
then it's not going to
then
work out.
it's not going to work out. And
But
you,
then there is change in people to where it works out. So then
Yeah.
that's why it's tough. Is because you have all these signs of like, okay, like I should end it there because of this reason. I should end it there because of this reason. But then there are plenty of examples of people where it's like the love you show them through Christ then helps them become more Christ-like because then Jesus working in their hearts as well. And it changes their view of love, and then it kind of just works out. But if it doesn't work out, then you're like, there's all these signs there of why it didn't, and you feel dumb for like not ending it sooner, for not going about things differently,
yeah.
even though you just had kind of hope in that person.
Moira, it looked like you had something to say.
Oh, I was just gonna say you want to date people, not projects.
Yes, date people, not
Bar.
projects. That is
Bar.
really good. Yeah, yeah. That was really good.
Thanks.
Projects.
Date people, not projects.
And I have had some like or heard of some experiences, I guess. I won't name drop any people. Where it's like certain girls who are kind of legitimately interested in project because like there's something to them about fixing someone, which is another thing that some movies like
I can
reinforce. Like
change him.
he's all that, she's all that stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, you can change them to be the perfect whatever, but if you don't love who they are, it ain't gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
But some people are interested in a challenge. Sometimes some people are interested in the idea of like, oh well, like he's this, but I see this, so like I think I can get him there. Like, while that might be fun for you for a little bit, it's not ever gonna like go anywhere. Or like also the thing where it's like this person has like 90% of what you need and the most important things of what you need, but there's like a 10% of just something that you're feeling is missing, and so instead you see that 10% and then you go and leave for that 10%
Yeah.
because that's what you were missing, and then eventually you'll realize like, wow, I had everything I really needed, but I went just for the little thing that I didn't have.
I think another thing that's really important to like look out for is not getting obsessed with the idea of somebody.
Yeah.
That happens so
No.
much, and I have fallen
I've also fallen
to that.
deeply to that. Yeah. It's like I don't think you should ever be coming from a hypocritical standpoint. I don't think you should ever be obsessed with someone who you're not dating. Not obsessed, not the right word, but like
I don't think you should be obsessed with anybody you're dating. You should be obsessed with God.
you can be obsessed with God and be obsessed in a sense with the person you're dating.
Does obsess turn into addiction?
Like there's positive. There are ways that word can be negative.
Yeah, yeah.
But there are ways where it can be very positive, where like you really do like love God with all your heart, and because of that, you have such love for them that you do anything for them for all these good reasons. Where it can be good, it can be negative like that. But like don't fall in love with someone you're not dating.
Yeah.
That's a better way to put it. Like I said,
But I
coming
feel
from
like
a kind of
even-
hypocritical standpoint there, but
Sorry, I'm keep interrupting you.
no, you're good.
Bad friend. Anyway, I feel like even in dating relationships, a lot of people stay with the person they're dating because they've gotten so obsessed with the idea of what that person used to be like or what that person could be like in the future.
Yeah.
And that goes back to the, I can change him.
Or like, oh, you've seen this moment of like where it could work, and you just see that and you fixate on that. And because it's easier to stay than it is to leave. But sometimes you need to leave.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know when I was in that place, it was like, she's a great person, the person I was wanting. And I had the purest of intentions, but, you know, the more we spent time, I decided that I was, like, kind of falling in love with her, and she decided it was a friend's thing, right? And that's, you know, there's nothing wrong with having feelings for someone, but at some point, like, it becomes, like, very hurtful to you because you care so much about this person, and you don't necessarily see, like, anything outwardly negative or anything other than the fact that they just don't feel the same way.
Yeah.
But that matters. But like that, obviously, so much that matters. But just because you don't see anything else, where it's like, if I could just change their mind, if I could be better, if I could change for them to want me, like they would be the person I want.
Sorry, I got distracted by them.
Sorry.
Jackson's
No, I
playing
agree.
cards.
8-0.
He's not taking this very seriously in the corner.
It's okay.
I was gonna say something, but got really distracted.
In the corner.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude,
What
that
you
was,
said
you hit
was
a note
good.
there.
Sorry, I
You hit a note there with the
Sounds of South, by the way.
Yeah, it's true.
That means nothing to like
No, it
anybody.
means nothing to
Noises of
anybody.
North, guys.
Dude, somebody's gonna look up Sounds of South and it's gonna be like the old racist movie, racist movie Sounds of the South.
Not what we're referencing,
No,
guys.
no. I was in a high school choir.
Maybe worse.
Depending on who you ask, that could be very true.
Little cultish, sure. But you know,
My
Yeah.
roommate was also in it, and so
Moira, the person we've been referencing as Moira the entire time.
yes,
Her roommate, yeah.
and my boyfriend, and all of my other friends except for the people that live in this house, which is crazy to think about. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, so.
So
that's
maybe it is a
kinda
little
weird.
cultish.
It's a little cultish, but she now has other friends.
I do have
who
other
did
friends,
not
which is
live in the
nice.
cult, such as myself. You can get back to all the other stuff that had nothing to do with
Okay,
either.
what were you saying like 3 seconds ago? Because it got completely wiped from my brain.
The whole like being in love with someone who was a friend.
That, and then I literally just said it like 5 seconds ago, but being obsessed with the person somebody used to be.
Yeah.
Like, there's a honeymoon phase for everyone. When you immediately start dating, it's gonna be there. It does, like,
Or even
I-
just moments. Like
Moments,
it's not even
yeah.
dating necessarily. Like there's just moments that you latch onto that make you think it could work. Or like, I know when I was trying to get over the thing I was trying to get over, like I knew they didn't feel the same way. But then you just have these moments, which is why it's probably a bad idea to see this person as much as I saw them. But not important.
we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
We're all sinners. It's okay.
But like you hold on to these moments so much because it's like hypothetically, you know, like if they gave me a shot, it could work.
It could.
It could work. It really could. But even if technically that is true in some sense, it for some reason that you can't see for any logical reason, it wouldn't work. because otherwise they would feel the same way. Otherwise, it just would work. Even if you can't see like a logical reason that if they did give you a chance, bless you,
Thanks.
that
Maybe
it
that
would.
should be our intro.
Bless you, bless you.
Get blessed by this podcast.
Why'd you get southern?
To make
South
blessed and
South.
podcast rhyme.
Oh. Obsessed with the honeymoon moments in a relationship. I had a friend a while back who was so obsessed with how the relationship was at first that she didn't want to leave it because she was like, well, this is how it was at the beginning. This is how he treated me. What's to say he won't go back to that?
I had a very similar thing with a friend where they never dated, not really, but there was this guy who just like really showed her every reason why she should not want this guy. Every single person was like, no, that's a terrible idea. But she was so fixated on what he was originally as a person. But people do change, and he was not at all the person that she kind of remembered. But since she did remember that person, she's like, every time he does anything even slightly positive, it's just that guy again. And that, oh, I can bring out the best in him. And no matter how many times I say that is a bad idea, you know who you are.
Yep.
But, you know, then we make those mistakes, we move on.
Do you have something to interject?
No, I was fixing my glasses.
Oh. Okay.
You
I
make your
think-
mistakes, you move on.
Yeah.
And then you learn from them.
Yep.
And there are reasons you made those mistakes in the
It's
long
just
run.
important to evaluate things as literally the dating phase of your relationship should be an evaluation phase.
Yeah.
Ben Stewart talks about this in his book, Single, Dating, Engaged, Married. And then The Porch also talks
We're at
about
stage
it.
one.
That's not outdated. Talk about it too, or am I crazy?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, so
You can
yeah.
still be crazy, though.
Yeah, I fear that's,
Foregone conclusion.
yeah. Anyway, dating is for evaluation, nothing else.
How do you feel about the innocent, like, coffee as friends to begin with, as some evaluation? Of, like, you're like, coffee, but it's like, obviously, like, maybe could be, but it's not a date, and you're just getting coffee as friends, but you're just getting to know each other to see it. How do you feel about that?
I fear that's a date without any labels.
You're not wrong, but that's kind of the point.
Me and Hunter
So
did
then
that.
you
I've
went on
talked
a,
with-
so then you went on a date without labels.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that, but
But that applies.
it does apply. So, but I think,
Pity
you know,
spitting facts.
Pity is bringing up stuff from my life.
You
Without,
just anyway.
but I wasn't going to bring it up, like, and that's
We'll cut it. We'll cut it.
But like-
Ready? Okay.
But I was talking to Joe, who is
Yeah.
one of our campus ministers. One of our campus ministers.
I mean, it's
No,
fine.
yeah, we can name
It's
him
fine.
Joe. He's a podcast too. Look it up. I forgot the name.
Right, the
But
Spanish for flight.
he's a
You're-
little quiet. Sorry. Thank you. But he's like, there's nothing wrong with the innocent coffee hangout.
Yeah.
Like the one time. I want to know your thoughts on that because it is kind of like a date without a label, but like without the label kind of makes it less pressure. 'Cause you are just getting to know that person.
Well, this is something that Porch talks about, and so does Ben Stewart's book. Clarity is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in
Yeah.
that situation, can you be clear about what it's for? Because then that would answer your question. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Is it a little innocent, or are you gonna be able to tell her or him at the end of the?
I'd hope it's a
at the
her
end-
for me.
Well, I'm just
but
talking about like in general, whoever's listening. Like, are you gonna be able to tell him or her? This was to get to know you better. I want to see if you'd be a good fit for my future wife, or are you gonna say? I don't even know
if
what
you have the
would
boldness,
say.
if you have the boldness to say that, is it that bad of an idea? Like being straight up, because it puts less pressure on it. Of like, it's not a date, but like I genuinely could see things going there.
There's a good book that I read with Hunter. I forget what it's called. It was a dating book. It was orange. I'll look up the title later. But it talked about not ever dating, actually. It was like stay friends until you're engaged, which is crazy.
No,
Yeah, I
disagree.
know, that's what me
disagree
and Hunter
very
were saying.
completely.
Me and Hunter don't agree with it. There
'Cause I
are
agree.
some things.
Clarity is the most important thing in like besides of like worldly ideas and things.
Mm-hmm.
I think Christ is most important. But like as far as worldly ideas and things, like honesty and clarity,
Mm-hmm.
which also comes from God. But you know, that is so important. That's like what I've started to like base all my relationships around, and friendships and everything is like just full out honesty, full out clarity, which has made me more bold for sure. But it's also like definitely helped with the general idea of that because when you're vulnerable, when you trust, it's like it just makes everything so much easier because they want to know how you're feeling.
And I think
And you
that's
shouldn't feel embarrassed about that. Like I even had like, as long as I know name drop, this should be fine. I had a coffee hangout with someone. They prompted it. I wasn't sure how I was feeling about everything, but they prompted it. And every single person around me, including that man, basically was telling me it was a date, right?
and me.
And her.
I
and
was part of that.
pretty much everybody. But I was like, I don't know. I did not really have any clarity. I wasn't necessarily thinking it was a date, but then every single human being around me was telling me it was a date. So it was very confusing for me, for sure. And then, you know, it happens. 4 hours, we talk. It's good. It's a good time. She's a good person. But I don't know, something wasn't like clicking for me quite right. And it wasn't for her either. But it was like I still felt the need to be like, was that a date? Like I didn't even ask on the I should have asked while we were having coffee and talking. But I forgot and I was like, it was eating at me. I was like, okay, I'm not really interested, but it feels wrong to not like clarify because it was, I mean, 4 hours of talking. Like, I probably owed her a second date if it was a date.
And then to get roasted as soon as, not roasted, but like, I don't know, dogged on as soon as you got home.
Yeah, no, I got home from this, and that man over there, my Pookie, cannot keep his mouth shut. With all due respect.
To be fair, I did summon him to the dining
She
hall
texted me,
area. Of
"Oh,
the
did you
house.
get home yet?" I said, "Just got home." She says, "Come downstairs." I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I walk in and I have a table full of people staring at
I
me.
feel like you should have known better though.
I don't know what you want from me. I wanted dinner. I was hungry. That's where we eat dinner.
Okay, anyway.
And you texted, "Come downstairs." You want me to just avoid you?
Yeah.
But keep that in mind next time.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where like afterwards I was like something wasn't really clicking for me, but like I had no logical reason for it not to be necessarily. So then I eventually just texted this person like, okay. But I didn't want to be like rude and be like, I'm not interested, was it a date? Like that's not how you should go about that
Yeah.
stuff. So I was like basically saying like, and I feel good about the way I went about things, but who knows, like I was like, I had a good time talking. We never really clarified this. It kind of felt like a date, but I just want to know where you're at on that. Without letting my own opinions or thoughts on what happened affect what she was thinking. I just wanted full clarity and honesty. And she was like, oh, I just thought it was a friend's thing, which was like a relief for me in the moment. Obviously, if I became more interested, it could have sucked.
Yeah.
So that's why I think clarity is so important. I should have got the clarity sooner because then if I do develop interest, and it feels really like a date, and then it's just like I misconstrue the signals because that's also something I struggled with going on it. It was like because she prompted it, so I didn't necessarily have any obligation to anything, but it was one of those things where it's like if it is a date, I should be doing all these things, and if it's not a date, I shouldn't be. But I don't know, so just in case, I'm gonna do some of these things. Like I opened the door for her, I drove her there. I paid for her, like all the little things, just in case, because I wanted to just in case I felt interested in whatever it was date. Like I wanted to do that, and then it just wasn't right.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but like not having the clarity prior to made it really tough for me to like gauge the situation.
Our entourage is being really loud and distracting, but it's okay.
It's okay. They're very nice to have in the room, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's nice. It makes it less nerve-wracking to talk about these topics. Yeah. I think it would, like, for her too, if she was interested and you didn't give any clarity, and she's just waiting for you to call after then.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why it was kind of important. Like, so now I look kind of like the idiot because she wasn't, and it was a friend saying to her, which worked out for me in the long run. But if, like, yeah, if hypothetically she was interested, like, and she made all these moves of, like, prompting us to hang out, I get why she would want some
Yeah.
intentionality on my end, which is why I named the place, the time, picked her up, all those things, because I wasn't sure. And it was like, she prompted all this, so I needed to be intentional about it, but it doesn't, like, that should have all been clarified prior to, I think, and it just wasn't, because you want to be vague about that stuff, but I think being vague is just not at all the right idea. Like, I get the innocent coffee first hangout, and I'm not totally against it, but when it's really confusing, especially when they come to you and then everyone around you is telling you one thing and your brain's kind of like unsure about that. Or it's like clarity and honesty is like pull out the most important, because if you go in, like, it doesn't mean there has to be a second date by any means just because you say yes to a first date. But if you go into it saying, I am looking at this like a date,
Yeah.
then it makes things so much clearer on every front, instead of being like, oh, you want to get coffee, and then this is good that I talked through this, actually. This
Yeah,
is really
yeah.
good that I talked through this right now, because it doesn't matter, but it's really good I talked through this. Because if you're just like, do you want to get coffee without any context, then they're confused, you're confused, and it could come off very wrong, because it could be like, oh yeah, I'm just getting coffee with a friend, and you're like trying to make something happen, but then there's just a disconnect there. It needs to be clear and obvious, I think, like stated, like, this is date, I'm interested in getting to know you more because I could see something in the future. I think that's very important.
And I think that's why I brought up that book, is because, I mean, it sounds crazy because it kind of is.
Yeah.
There would be no clarity. How would you know that you're moving forward to marriage?
Yeah.
You know, and that's one of the main goals of dating within Christianity.
Just dating to marry.
Dating to
'Cause
marry.
It's just kind of worthless
Why
otherwise.
would you waste your
Like,
time?
even my parents who are Christians though have told me, like, you know, you don't have to marry the first girl you date, but then, and like, I agree with that obviously, but it's also like,
You don't go into dating.
I'm not going
somebody.
into it to not, like, I get like having a couple high school relationship, like whatever,
Hello.
but I just don't think I don't know, like, I love my parents, but I don't necessarily agree with them on that front, where it's like, it's okay to date someone that you're not going to marry. Like, I don't think it's good to ever go into it like that. But,
I think also with you talking about people drilling you and telling you, like, influence from outsiders.
it's tough.
Moira's seen it with me, and I've seen it with her, and I've seen it with all our friends, and I've seen it with you.
But it's tough because I do have I've kind of created a larger support system for myself.
It's nice
and
to
I
have a
appreciate
support
that. I
system.
love this support system, but it's also all these people that I'm fully vulnerable with.
Yes.
So then it's a lot of opinions in people from my idea. Like, sometimes I need to just, like, be like, okay, other than pity, I always want to know pity's opinion. But in general, like, sometimes be like, I just, like, I want to tell you what's going on. I don't necessarily need advice or opinion on this. Like, that's also good sometimes, because I love my large support system and I love everyone who cares about me like that, and I care about them the same way, and I think it's important to be vulnerable with them so that they'll be vulnerable with you. But at some point when it starts getting around more, especially at the house, I love the house to death, but I'm like pretty close with a good amount of people in the
Yeah.
house, and then it gets around, and then it becomes a thing of where I come back from this coffee hangout and I'm just full
Everybody's
table of
sitting
people
at the table.
just staring at me, knows exactly where I was, what I was. Pity has my location, so he knew I was there the entire 4 hours. And he's like,
He's smiling.
not to
in the
call you
corner
out
of
like
the
this,
room.
Pity, I love you to death, but he it's like 5:45 maybe dinner time, and he goes, picked her up at 12:30, by the way.
He said this to the whole group of
A
people.
whole group of people.
By the way,
It's kind of traumatizing. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Moira. But no, I love Pity too much for it to be traumatizing.
but
You're kind of traumatized.
as nice as it is to have a support system, it's hard sometimes because I feel like a lot of people, either in this house or in our friendships, push for more when we're not ready for it.
Sometimes, yeah.
Because
For sure.
I know in my relationship, and Moira's seen it with my relationship, people are, our friend group's always asking, so how are you and Hunter? Like, how are things going?
It's not bad that they want to know.
No,
it's
but
the
then
intentions
I'll
of
tell
like,
them and they're like, oh, you didn't do this yet? And I'm like, well,
why does it matter?
why
It's
does
not
it
any of your
matter?
business.
It's not your business.
We're okay
why?
with where we're at on that. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. So, like, they still make fun of me now about how long we. Sorry.
I don't.
I know, I'm pointing at you because you know what I'm talking about.
Sorry.
She's. No, not me! But everybody would make fun of me and my boyfriend because we talked for 3 to 4 months before we even started dating, and then once we started dating, we went pretty slow from there too. I think it took like 4 or 5 months for us to get comfortable enough with hanging out like every other day, which is
Which
crazy.
I think in the
in the long run,
it's gonna be
it
really good
was
for your
really good.
relationship. But in the short, like, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with not doing that. But I think eventually doing that, even though you'll get kind of berated for it,
Mm-hmm.
is going to be much better for you because now you're past that point. But that point was so helpful. I think obviously when you were in high school, what you were saying with like the whole high school dating,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of agree with you. But I think you guys went about it in a way of like, you did date in high school technically,
Yeah.
but you went about it in like a slow, mature way to fully make sure and give yourselves the best setup in the long run. Because the long run's always more important. than the
Well,
short
we
run.
started talking, end of junior year, I think.
Yeah.
We started liking each other at the end of junior year, and I think we started talking over the summer. And then it was a whole summer we talked. But yeah, it took a while, and then, like I said, once we started dating, we were still really slow. Which,
There's no perfect blueprint
No.
for every person. Like, it's
and
different for
I
every
think it's interesting
relationship.
how many people care so much about your relationship instead of focusing on their own. Like, the people that were
Well,
giving
they
me-
live through you because they
Well,
don't have that.
Yeah, but the people that were giving me this advice, just, I don't know. They were like, this is normal and this is what you should do. And I'm like, okay, so am I not normal now?
Because, yeah.
And then it got under my skin. I told Hunter, and he knows how, like, freaked out I was getting. I was like, is this normal? Are we not normal? Like, should we break up? And I didn't say that, but, like, it was running
was
through
the-
my head. I
yeah.
was like, oh no, like, what's wrong with us? But we were taking it at our own speed.
I feel like I've definitely been the negative part of that sometimes. Like, I've gotten better. I think recently I've not had that problem because I understand everyone's at their own place.
I have definitely been part of that problem before, which is crazy to say after I just said all that. But like, you
Because
know,
when you care about someone, it's like you want
yes, you
the
want
best for them, and you want like
you want it quickly.
you want it quickly, and you want what's best for them immediately because
Mm-hmm.
you just want to see them happy. So it's coming from a good place, but it just comes out comes out negatively as pushing. But I think recently I've gotten better about being like more like to get like I want to know where you're at and why you're at it and how you're feeling, and I want to help you in any way I can. But like I'm not going to tell you how to do your relationship with your person because that's just not how it works.
Well, we used to joke around and say I was the messenger. Moira knows what I'm talking about. But there were a few of my friends that were talking, and I would be the messenger between them, or I would be texting for them. And that turned into a real issue later whenever they found out, like, because they didn't know I was texting them separately until later on, which is crazy.
Yeah, I feel like at some point you
Well-
gotta assume if you're texting one of them, you're probably texting both of them.
Yeah. Well, they knew that I was, but they didn't know that I was sending messages, and then those messages were getting copied and pasted, and I didn't know that either until later on.
It's just unhealthy.
Yeah. So, don't be the messenger is the moral of the story, but also be your own person,
Yeah.
which,
It's good to get advice and good to have a support system, but
don't
you
let
know,
people push you around.
you also want to be your relationship, and when it's your person, like it'll just work with who you are and what you believe in and all those things.
Peer pressure can exist in friend groups. As much as you
Yeah.
love your friends.
Or at the house.
Or at the house. As much as you love your friends and your support system, peer pressure still exists in those relationships. So,
Yeah.
as much as we've yapped about that, maybe we should bring up a Bible verse or two. I have a bunch right here in front of me, but I don't want to take them out of context, so I'm going to say a few of them, and then somebody please just fact check me. Is Romans 5:8 a good one?
Let me get into it. Did you just look up love?
I did. I
Yeah.
did just look up love. I'm really basic, guys, and I did not prepare these before.
Romans 5:8. That one is, yeah, that one's how God showed his great love for us by sending Christ
Well, I
to
think
die
I'm
for
gonna
us.
start with that one and then move on to like friendship and relationships. So
1 Corinthians 13.
That's
that's
the
the
best
one
one.
literally right underneath 13:4. I have right underneath right now.
I think that's the best one to go through, like, specific.
Yeah.
Also fruits of the Spirit.
Do you just wanna read 13:3? We can adjust. We can look at that in a second. I'm
Yeah.
looking at Romans 5:8 right now. So Romans 5:8 is. We're gonna do it in NIV. Is that okay with you?
That's what I got going.
Okay. Well, I usually do NKJV, so I switched it to be normal.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna judge you for that. Just don't judge me.
No, I was just asking. Jeez. Okay. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. And that's Romans 5:8 NIV.
Which is like,
It shows how God loves us.
and how God's love is, but like, God's love is perfect love, but it's also
Yeah.
confusing sometimes because
It's
like,
agape, right? That's how you describe that. Sorry, I feel like your Bible knowledge is better than mine, so I'm fact checking with
Better than
you.
both
It's
of
okay.
us, yeah.
No, I was just tired of my Spanish this thing.
That's so fair.
Good word.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Also, John 3:16. Everyone knows.
God so loved the world that
Yeah.
he gave his only. But that's perfect love, and true love can only be defined by our Creator. So it's like, it's not really love if it's not from God. But then again, we are so, flawed as humans that we can't necessarily love perfectly. So we just have to love God, and it kind of has to make up for it.
God loves unconditionally,
Yeah.
and we don't.
Not really.
Not really. We don't. As sinners, we physically
We
cannot.
physically can't. Yeah.
And that's why he's agape love, because his love is unconditional and it's perfect. And ours will never.
Because every single person in your entire life will, unless you see them once ever, but
Yeah.
they'll disappoint you
Yeah.
if you get to know them. There's gonna be some moment where they say something you don't like, or they do something you don't like, or just something happens that you don't like, and they're gonna disappoint you in some way. Doesn't mean they're a bad person. Doesn't mean anything like that. Doesn't mean you should throw them away or not hang out with them anymore. Every single human's gonna disappoint you at some point because we're all so flawed. And in a relationship, that's tough because you want to look for someone who's never gonna disappoint you. And that's just not true. God's the only God, I guess, that you're not. I was gonna say person, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Not a person, but God is the only thing that will never disappoint you. And as if you love people like He loves, then your relationships can still work out, even though those people will disappoint you many times. Even, but if you see that they have the same love of God in their heart, then that's why it can still work out. I think the best thing that goes over all the specifics is a bit longer, but 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through I'll say 8.
Yep.
Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. Love never fails.
Yep.
So if it fails, it was never love.
Yep.
That's something I really struggle with. It's like, okay, you say you love somebody, but then, if it doesn't work out, is it really love? Or what is your take on that as well? Where it's like, if it's love, it never fails. But what if you love someone and it doesn't work out, and then you can still love them in a different way? Is it love then? Because I love pity,
Yeah.
right? And I feel like that's
Yeah.
real love, but I'm not gonna marry pity.
Aww.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Frick.
Yeah.
Like you're an ally.
So. Oh, you should have said that part louder.
Yeah. That was
Also,
funny.
low key, you brought up John 3:16, but I think that
He sped through it really fast, and I was
think
gonna
that-
redo it in a
I
second.
think that John 3:17
I'll read
is
it.
a better verse than John 3:16. A lot of people bring up John 3:16 because that's the one that you get taught.
Did you
but,
say 3:17?
3:17?
Okay.
I think that that one like really, I don't know. Like I'm just
Is it 1 John 3:17 or
No,
just
just
John
John.
3:17?
John.
because like
Right
it's like
after
literally
3:16.
the
Okay,
verse
I
after
was
John
just
3:16
checking.
that everybody like, talks about and like you learn in Sunday school whatever. But
He
like
didn't
Yeah.
send his son to condemn the world, but to save the world through him.
yeah,
So I'm gonna read this louder because you can't hear Moira from that far away.
true.
But it's, for God did not send his son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. And that just, I don't know, it shows so much how, it shows how much he cares and loves for us, that he was willing to do this.
Even though we consistently turn our backs to him over and over.
And we
over
still
again.
consistently do, as sad as that is to say.
Yeah. Even
We
when
are
he's in our
humans.
hearts,
Yeah.
we will continue to seek
Also,
him.
that's really, sorry, I got really excited, but there's a part in the Bible where, well, a lot of the Bible, they don't have the Holy Spirit in them until he dies, which is crazy to
Yeah,
think about
that
because
is
we have
insane.
the Holy Spirit in us, but like in the Old Testament, it was a big thing to have the Holy Spirit within you, which is crazy. And sometimes I think I take for granted.
How gracious
How-
that is, and like
how
how lucky
gracious
we
and
are to
amazing
be
that is,
after that
yeah.
point where we can just accept and believe, and then Holy Spirit in us. Like,
Yeah.
what parts of this verse do you think?
Sorry, I got distracted. Pity
Okay.
distracted us.
But in a good way. Thank you,
In a
buddy.
good way. That was a good.
But what
Yeah.
parts of 1 Corinthians 13 do you think is most important? I don't say, when I say buddy, it comes up as demeaning, but not to pity.
Yeah.
To most men, I agree. It's a very demeaning term. It's terrible to call someone buddy. But when it's pity, it's just
Buddy
too
the
much
elf,
love.
what's your favorite color?
Red.
We got red from what? Red, really?
I'm kidding.
Red is not
That's
your
my
favorite
least
color.
favorite color.
What?
Okay.
What?
Just kidding. It's
What?
orange.
That's my least favorite
I like because
red.
of my hair.
My best friend's favorite color is orange. Take that up with him.
She doesn't like Tennessee orange, guys.
I don't.
The Megan Maroney song?
No. It's a fine song.
Wow. Wow.
Do you like it?
I'm a
all?
big Megan Maroney fan. She was third on my.
Megan Macaroni.
Hey, guess what? This podcast has been going for an hour and 30 minutes.
Have fun going through all that and editing.
I know. I have to go through the video footage and the audio footage because I'm recording it separately.
Pity just had a heart attack.
Anyway.
Oh, no, I'm chill.
Okay.
I'm playing my Monster Truck game over here.
Okay, we're trying to talk about love and Jesus.
I can't tell if you're like my Pookie, my dad, or my son sometimes, you know? I don't get it.
Whew.
It's a compliment.
Okay, we're locking in here. We're trying to spread the word of God.
Bars.
Bars. Okay, and when it says love never fails, I really don't think it's talking about friendship love or like love. I think it's talking about God. I could be interpreting it wrong. Everybody interprets the Bible differently.
We got
But
some distracting people over here.
they're looking out the window like little puppy dogs. It's kind of cute.
She's like laying on her bed and like peeping out.
I missed.
I felt that.
Homie Neo, bud, get out of here with that. Elite
There we go.
athlete.
Have it back.
No,
I have to hit him.
You still missed.
you're gonna screw up with the okay. Sorry.
Do not give it back.
It was Moira's idea.
Gigi! Hold on. Gigi, get in
All
here.
here is like
Okay, wait. This is perfect. You guys are distracting.
This is
Okay.
This is Gigi. Gigi, get in
come
here.
join our podcast.
Gigi, get in here.
Okay. This is the
Okay.
verse we're going over right now. Also, they can't see your face. It's just your chest.
oh,
Good lord.
wait, I'm supposed to be in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Gigi.
We're doing 1
will kill
Corinthians
you.
13. That's not showing love.
I was off camera. Doesn't count.
Okay, 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. We did love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails, but where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled, and where there is knowledge, it will pass away. What are your thoughts?
That's such a easy thing to just throw at her.
That last one's an argument for why people don't speak in tongues. Because they will be stilled. Anyways.
CSF student president, by the way. Absolute goat.
I'm not saying that I believe, I'm just...
Well, we were just talking about love never fails, and he was asking what I thought about it, and I was
'Cause-
thinking it was more so on God's perspective, because
Yeah.
I feel like humanly love fails all the time.
Yeah.
So we just
What's
wanted
the
to
context?
Oh, yeah, that might be nice.
If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship, then I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. And then it describes love.
Yeah. I feel like, obviously, that, like, perfect type of love, only God can fully do. But, like, we can strive to imitate Him.
Can we love others with that perfect type of love if we have Christ in our hearts then?
We'll fall short.
We'll fall short over and over and over and over again.
We're not
but we can
capable
still
of giving
forgive.
agape love. It's
Yeah, we can
what's
still
the
do that, but
friend
we'll just fall
version
short.
of love in the Bible.
The what?
The friend version, like
Oh.
friendly love.
Put her on the spot.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
I struggle with the, okay,
Sorry, I did not spell that right.
because yeah, we can never have perfect love because we always fall short. But if we have Christ in our hearts, then there is kind of perfect love that you can have
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's only coming from God, I feel like.
Philo? Is that how you say that? Philo?
Ophelia?
Yeah. Yeah. something like that.
Ophelia?
No, not
Oh,
Ophelia.
Ophelia.
My cousin's name's Ophelia.
No, I'm not.
Shout out Moira's cousin, Ophelia.
Hashtag British.
Wait, why are you guys
Hashtag British. Oh, never mind.
Because we want to put it on our resume, one, and two, I want to edit it for my class.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She'd write a song.
That's fun.
But yeah,
She's ginger. That's her main negative.
Say I should do my
that's
The
why
human.
I said
You're
you should have
blonde.
figured station,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Wait, she's ginger too.
I know.
Gingers.
I know it's a negative.
also, love is patient and love is kind. I think that's really important to remember.
Patience, which
Patience.
sounds so much easier said than
Yes,
done.
yes. I
very
have
important.
not that much patience.
I've learned to
As many
create
people would.
patience over the years, but I definitely used to not. There's certain things I don't have patience with. If we're playing a board game and you're yapping and you're not taking it's your turn and we're waiting on you, no patience
I do that a
whatsoever.
lot.
But I don't know. Patience comes with time. and
Also,
care.
envy. I feel like,
envy is tough.
especially with friends, like FOMO.
FOMO is
huge.
that's
Like
why I do so much, but it's like
Yeah.
I also like we have winter retreat this week, right? I think it'd be very restful for me to not go.
Oh, are you not?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because every part of me is telling me I shouldn't go, but then there's that part nagging at me. Oh, my friends are gonna be there. Oh, I really want to just like, oh, I'm gonna miss out on this. I'm gonna miss out on that. But I think it's way more restful for me to not
Yeah.
go this time. But I don't know.
Well, that's okay. Love does not delight in evil.
Why'd we switch British?
I don't know. I'm getting tired. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. I think that's very important too.
That's kind of what
This
we were saying with the
whole thing is
honesty and
important.
clarity. It's all important.
It's
but
all
yes,
important. I keep saying, I
does
think
not-
this is important.
It does
when
not delight in evil, which I think is more obvious, but
Yeah.
rejoices
Is
with the truth.
And I think that's
means-
so important within relationships. No matter if it's a friend relationship, a relationship.
Any relationship with any person.
Any person, clarity and truth are huge. Honesty, huge.
It's like the number one thing I said that earlier, but
Yeah.
based like all my, ever since college started, I've based it on honesty and clarity, complete clarity, with stuff I do not want to tell people, but they keep me accountable.
All
No
right.
video camera, so he keeps.
Yeah. So everybody in the room is getting tired. So we're gonna close this out. What do we think we're probably gonna talk about?
Next week we'll probably continue
We're
this a
gonna
little
continue
bit,
this a little bit, but
but
what do
hopefully
we
we'll
want
switch
to-
up to other topics, maybe more on the friendship side.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be a
let's focus
disappearing
on
church
friendship.
and
We
fail.
focused a lot on relationships romantically today, so next week let's focus on
The friendship aspect of it.
Yeah.
But thank you for listening.
Yeah.
This was In
In
Between
between
the Scenes.
Oh,
No,
so
my
bad. Okay,
God. This
ready?
was
In between the scenes. Oh, wait, again.
Okay. In Between the Scenes.
Wait, no!
Thanks for listening to In Between the Scenes.
Beautiful.
Dude.